Is there an internet purge of conservative voices or voices of dissension online? Some say yes, and that the purge is being pushed by YouTube, owned by Google, by Facebook, and by Twitter. Now, we've heard about censorship before, but is what is happening now really an all-out purge? Let's give it a reality check you won't get anywhere else.
Reality Check with Ben Swann, powered by Dash Digital Cash.
Well, you might be a fan, you might be disgusted by him, but there is no doubt that InfoWars founder and radio host Alex Jones is a lightning rod. His YouTube channel has over 2.2 million subscribers, more than 33,000 videos. Well, just days ago, Jones claimed that YouTube had begun a process of taking his channel down. On March 3rd, CBS reported that Jones tweeted that he had set up a new channel that the SPLC, or the Southern Poverty Law Center, wanted censored. In one of the videos on the channel called InfoWars Censored, Jones said, quote, "We're live on Facebook and on Twitter and on Periscope, but we cannot go live on the Alex Jones channel. It's been frozen for the third time in 1 week." Well, YouTube did confirm to CBS News that some advertisers had asked that their ads be pulled from Jones' channel, but there was no plan at present to remove the channel. Of course, all of this comes after YouTube announced in December that it would hire some 10,000 new moderators to flag content, and those moderators have been flagging at a stunning rate. But more than flagged, YouTube is outright banning channels. Some YouTube channels recently complained about their accounts being pulled entirely with no advance warning. In this latest case, YouTube seems to have been flagging content that was deemed either pro-gun or conservative content. According to The Verge, YouTube indicated that as the platform ramps up, human-powered moderation efforts with new moderators may have mistakenly removed or flagged right-wing videos and channels. Bloomberg reported the news, quoting YouTube spokesperson saying that, quote, "As we work to hire rapidly and ramp up our policy enforcement teams throughout 2018, newer members may misapply some of our policies, resulting in mistaken removals." The spokesperson said that YouTube's policies had not changed and that they will, quote, "reinstate any videos that were removed in error." So it's not a conspiracy. There is no question that, in fact, human moderators were pulling down right-wing or conservative content. The question is why? Because YouTube's push to control video content, just like Facebook, it's really nothing new. In fact, it has been happening for some time. Take, for instance, Mike Cernovich. He tweeted out that a video he had posted of Antifa protesters chanting death threats at a protest in D.C., it was taken down by YouTube because it violated community guidelines. To be clear, the video was about 30 seconds of an actual protest in D.C., and the language of the protesters violated community guidelines. That's called news, YouTube, but it was not allowed. Take Mike Adams. He is the founding editor of naturalnews.com. He announced March 3rd that, quote, "YouTube has now deleted the entire Health Ranger video channel, wiping out over 1,700 videos, covering everything from nutrition, natural medicine, history, science, and current events." So why? Why is all of this happening? Is it all because YouTube is trying to control the internet? Maybe not. There is, in fact, a very coordinated effort by a number of organizations like Media Matters for America and the Southern Poverty Law Center to silence voices with which it does not agree. For instance, I know firsthand, as these organizations have really attacked me personally, trying to silence my voice. Full disclosure here, I am ideologically a libertarian, neither on the left or on the right. But groups, according to these groups anyways, I am alt-right. A dog whistle, which actually means a white nationalist, which I am not at all. But that doesn't stop them from slandering me. Because the goal of these organizations is what? It's actually to silence dissent, not just from the right, but from the left as well. In fact, to silence anyone who is not part of the establishment structure. They are attacked. Well, Facebook's going through a very similar process right now, with increased pressure to control voices on its platform. Remember, in 2016, it was widely reported by several outlets, including Gizmodo, that Facebook workers routinely suppressed news stories of interest to conservative readers from the social network's influential trending news section. According to a former journalist who worked on the project, this individual says that workers prevented stories about the right-wing CPAC gathering, Mitt Romney, Rand Paul, and other conservative topics from appearing in the highly influential section, even though they were organically trending among the site's users. Twitter does the same thing. In December, Twitter announced strict enforcement of new rules on hateful conduct and abusive behavior. According to Politico, that provoked the first objections from some on the right, who called the steps Twitter purge. The company conceded at the time that, quote, "We may make some mistakes and we're working on a robust appeals process." So what you need to know is that the YouTube and Facebook purges, they're really not a new problem. Mainstream media networks and newspapers have routinely pushed narratives in their newsrooms for decades. We all know that. Yet for some reason, Facebook and YouTube, which have far more influence than those networks, have now chosen to bend to pressure to try to control the narratives on their platforms. YouTube says this. They say their mission is to give everyone a voice and to show them the world. But the truth is, they're not doing that. The problem for any dissenting voice is that if you're using your voice on someone else's property, i.e. YouTube or Facebook, you're never going to have control of it. Which is why the next frontier must be decentralized platforms. Platforms like DTube and Steemit, built on blockchain technology. They will be the future of how content, the good, the bad, and the ugly, will be stored. And the efforts to silence dissenting voices, well, that will actually be the undoing of YouTube and Facebook. As for those of us who have a voice, you and me, well, if you do not object to YouTube and Facebook purging voices with which you do not agree, well, then just wait. Because if you are silent now, it may soon be the voices you do agree with that will also be silenced. And who then will be left to come to that defense? That's Reality Check. Let's talk about it right now on Facebook and Twitter.